Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist. Back at it again, here with you, here for you. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. Yes, finally back. Welcome again to another podcast episode discussing what defines a lazy person. Laziness is often seen as a negative trait and can be impact on productivity, relationships, and overall quality of life. In this episode, we will explore what habits define a lazy person and how to overcome them. With your host, Heru, the modern monk. Back at it again. It's been a minute. Trust me, it's been a minute since I have got on a podcast show. It's been super busy, making some moves, putting some things in perspective, but wanted to talk about some issues that I see that I'm working with within my environment that I think needs to be defined as well as identified. So what defines a lazy person? Here are 5 habits often associated with laziness. Procrastination, avoiding physical activity, making excuses, resisting change, lack of initiative. Now let's go back. Let's journey back a little bit into these. Let's define a little bit about what procrastination is, what avoiding physical activity, what do making excuses look like? What do resisting change look like? What do lack of initiative look like? Now, some of you may be thinking right now, what is really going on? This brother working on defining a lazy person. Now, a lot of us are lazy, mentally, physically, spiritually. You feel me? And these are things I think we don't really tend to activate due to how we've been utilizing our habits in the last 30 years. We have become a lazy society, period, hands down. You have your unique set of group of people, that I would say 5%. You can actually do your own research on that. 5% maybe who actually utilize not making excuses, no procrastinating, understands change, have initiative, ambition, drive, and many other elements or characteristics that I think we all should have within our lifestyles. I know a lot of us been getting beat up too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us getting beat up. A lot of us don't get appreciated as much as we should be. If it's your right, let me say it like that. If it's your right, if you want that right, keep it real with you. So procrastination. Lazy people tend to procrastinate, putting off tasks and responsibilities until the last minute and not even doing them at all. Most people don't even pay no attention to them. You know what I'm saying? So we tend to procrastinate. What we procrastinate on is many events that we procrastinate on. Finishing up that homework, maybe finishing a project that we have got delegated at the job. You know what I'm saying? Even just procrastinating on certain processes or certain projects that you have to get done, per se, within your particular realm of interest. If you have any interest, that's it. Because we talked about this a while ago, hobbies, creating a hobby. If you don't have a hobby, you haven't been able to create a discipline for yourself. These are certain things that I think you tend to attract. You tend to put in position. You tend to be coachable. You tend to be making moves. And what we talk about, episode 141, what defines a lazy person? Right? What defines a lazy person? Now, before I go to the next 5 issues that I will be expressing here that I have read off to you, laziness is defined under Google, the quality of being unwilling to work or use energy or idleness. Now, I use Google because it is convenient. I know we tend to kind of put Google under the water too. I mean, due to the access, I guess, with the certain things as far as privacy issues, whatnot and whatnot. But for the convenience and for the access here, we're using Google as a definition source. Now, avoiding physical activity. Lazy people often avoid physical exertion, such as exercise or manual labor. Instead, prefer sedated activities like watching TV, playing video games. How many people do you know who actually fits in this category? Shit, you may be the one doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you're wondering why nothing has been getting done. You're not actually, and it ain't the really. It's not really about getting it done. It's the whole point of completing. You feel what I'm saying? Completing the project, completing the mindset, completing the I guess the comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because we all shouldn't be, really keep it real with you. You shouldn't be as comfortable. You should get at it. You should be uncomfortable. You should be pushing your limits, right? If you really want growth, this is the whole point of growing. A lazy person doesn't grow, right? A lazy person, they may grow wider. They may grow unproductively, you know what I'm saying, where it's causing other problems. And that's another thing that I think lazy people don't really realize is, look, everything compounds, right? Compound interest. It's still compound interest in a lazy mentality too, not keeping your home intact, placement, keeping orderly, being orderly, mindly orderly, eating orderly, organizing orderly. Matter of fact, speaking of that, I just wrote a new book called Stop Wasting Time. You should pick it up. I got it available. I will have it available on Amazon.com. But those of you who are interested in purchasing a copy, please email me at youarethegym@gmail.com stating, I want your book. It's a booklet, actually. It's a booklet. And we talk about some of these principles that really start allowing you to start being relying on procrastinating, relying on not doing anything, making your future, creating your future. That's the whole purpose, developing your future. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing's going to happen unless you make it happen, people. So making excuses. Lazy people tend to make excuses for not doing things, even when the excuses are not valid. This can include blaming others, making up reasons why a task can't be done, and really making things a lot more difficult. That's what we see a lot of times in these job environments, particularly retail. Because I wanted to specify, retail has been an interesting industry, right? Because we have noticed that our customer base and service base has become, it's a different form of service. It's a different mentality now. It's more of a lack, it's more of a procrastination mentality, it's more of a lack on associates' part, far as an employees' part aspect of it. It's a lack of organization. It's a lack of leadership. Keep it real with you, because to me, and most of y'all may agree with this, that leadership is not multitasking. Can I repeat that? Leadership is not multitasking. Heru, what do you mean about that? Now, multitasking is no such thing for the human species, period. Now, in the computer, your iPad, iPhones, and all that stuff, yeah, it can multitask all day, every day. But you personally, you're focus-based, right? One at a time. One at a time. That's what you've been taught. One at a time. Not 15 at a time. Not 16 at a time. That's why it's kind of interesting, too, how trading has become so big. When you're talking like trading in NASDAQ or Fox Trading or what is it, Fox Text trading and all that other stuff. See, it keeps the mind rambling. It's gambling. That's what basically multitasking is. It's gambling, right? You're not focusing on whatever that particular event that you're actually working with, or that particular project that you're working with, or that particular task that you're working with. I think that's the biggest reason why we have a lot of lazy people. You know, this is compounded upon compound upon compound, right? Lazy upon lazy upon lazy. And when you actually, it's interesting too, because we tend to teach people the lazy aspect of the approach, or whatever duty that it may be, right? So resistant change is the next one. Lazy people often resist change even if would be beneficial to them. They may be unwilling to learn new things, try new experiences, and take on new responsibilities. How many people do you know who really want to take on new responsibilities? It's not too many people who's in that mindset, right? Because it is a mental, it's a physical, it's a spiritual, it's a financial aspect too. You know, we tend to not take the time to discipline, to understand how finances work in my life or in your life. How working out or exercising will benefit you in your elderly life or as you get older. I can't express enough. I'm explaining to this younger generation, like, take care of your body now. Make it a habit that you working out. Make it a habit. Create habits, create good habits that will benefit you in your future. Oh, but I need to talk about now. This is what's going on now, and I'm broke now. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is where the small increments or the small habits are built upon, or compounding interest to benefit you in your later years, or the years you want to be here in this existence. Uh-oh, brothers and sisters. Let me drink to that one. If you don't know, now you know. You're here on You Are the Gym podcast show, live with Heru, the Modern Monk, with episode 141. What defines a lazy person? Now, lack of initiative. Now, a lot of people, this might even get a lot of people off. Lazy people tend to lack initiative and motivation. And that's self-motivation, right? Within you, within yourself. Waiting for others to take action and make decisions for them. This is the problem. We allow this government to make decisions for you daily. You see it on your television show. You see it on your Netflix. You see it on your Amazons. You see it on your Hulus. You see it around you. You see it at your job. You know what I'm saying? The lack of motivation. In some cases, it can be a fire in that ass. If you want it to, if you're in that situation. They're also unwilling to take risk or try new things because the effort is required. You feel me? Effort is required. It's interesting too, because I don't know if y'all know Mr. Ford, Henry Ford. He was put on trial, right? He was put on trial. And you can look this story up. I'm not making it up. I might say a few words that may get you off, but it was interesting. They put him on trial, claiming that he was incompetent. Remind you, he was a multi-billionaire, hands down, all day. He created, or he had developed, the system for a systemized system to create an assembly of cars to be built. And this is early 1930s, 30s, 40s, 50s, right? 30s, 40s, 50s, around there, even the 20s, around there, 20s, 30s, 40s, right? Henry Ford, Ford Motor Company. We all know this, right? They put him on trial claiming that he was incompetent. And it was interesting too, because they had him quoting or claiming the quote so-called history of the United States, or of this country that we so-called live in currently, called United States in America, right? But the funny thing is, we tend to do this today. We tend to put people in these positions, even though they are in a way utilizing that genius mentality, understanding who they are, not convoluted by all this extra bullshit that's going on around them. As they say, distractions. Distractions has been creating the lazy mentality, right? People want to just give up. People don't have no heart no more. This is the thing too. People don't care anymore. I'm not saying all people, but majority of the folks out here, we see it. You see it, and when you generalize it, you see it. You see it in your TikToks. You see it in your Instagrams. You see it in your Facebooks. You see it in these posts. You see it in your social media. And it's interesting too, because now you're starting to see more people get away from social media in general. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing or taking ownership back of who you are becoming, and what you want to become. That's the key, right? 141. What defines a lazy person? So, as a lazy person, I am most productive during periods of focus, effort, and leisure. I make sure that I plan out my work and my activities, ensure that I'm focused on the things that I need to be done while still finding time to relax in between tasks, right? So not necessarily multitasking, but focusing on completing that particular task, that particular project, that particular event that may be presented to me right in front of me, or right in front of you. What defines a lazy person? Lazy carries a negative connotation, right? It carries a negative energy. It's a negative trait, right? A negative trait. Sometimes we need it. Don't take me wrong. Sometimes you need to get replenished, right? Take the time off, because your body does get wore out, right? We do get wore out as a human species. We do have that ability. Therefore, where you have nootropics, therefore, where you have supplementation to kind of keep you moving, adequate water levels that you need in your body, right? The vitamins, great food, healthy food that actually empowers you, empowers your mind, empower your soul, empower your whole being, right? No one can do this, only yourself. Let me repeat that. No one else can allow you to become the best you unless you allow yourself to become the best you. I just realized I'm very resourceful, right? I have a lot of resources that I tend to utilize, but at the same time, the focus kind of takes me off. I need to be focusing on certain resources that are building my intellect, building my finances, building my soul, building my spirit, building my intellect, building my vocabulary, my brothers and sisters. Therefore, your environment is one of the key elements. And we tend to, they're starting to talk more about this when you're talking like psychology. They tend to start talking more about our environments. We're talking billions and billions of people on this planet. It's up to 8 billion now. And plus. Now think about that. How much influence that is with the TikTok, with all this Instagram, with all this meta world, with all this bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit. We got supplements that's, not even user friendly. They're not even helping your body. They're killing you, really. Like the foods. Foods is just killing you. And it's interesting too, because they're just coming out with more and more evidence how bad this food is. How bad the ingredients that you think on that avocado packaged good is giving you benefits. But at the same time, it's slapping you in the face and causing cancer. 10 years later, you're finding different tumors and all kinds of bullshit in your body. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all think I talk crazy. This brother's from another planet. And the whole point is witnessing. This is what I love about the podcast. This is what I love about communicating with a tool, using the music as expression, using my poetry as expression, using the book element or writing tool that I have acquired over the years to be able to express this. Express to you that a lazy person is a lazy fucking person. Therefore, if you don't want to work in that environment, please stop. Go find something else that will fit your needs. Oh boy. That will fit your needs. The framework. Think about the framework. So with that being said, those of you who have tuned in to You Are the Gym podcast show, I'm going to be releasing more shows this coming year. And it's going to benefit. I want it to benefit you. If you got questions, please contact me. youarethegym@gmail.com. You can reach my website at youarethegymlive.com, where I'm here for you, brothers and sisters. This is the whole point. A lot of us are ignoring the obvious. Oh boy. We're being lazy to what is actually being presented in front of us. Our fucking kids are gone. Excuse my language. This is not appropriated for children these days, especially if you coming off with some other elements. And I know, shout out to all my brothers and sisters who don't want to hear that cursing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters, but at the same time, you'll get it. It's there. It's in front of you. Now, I want to give out 5 steps to combating this lazy mentality, or what defines a lazy person. Set achievable goals. And one thing about goals, you define them. Keep defining them. You know what I'm saying? We generalize for a minute, writing down our goals, we generalize. Then you want to just get more defined with it. You want to get more detail with it. You want to get more utilizing the SMART method, right? Utilizing the SMART method. I won't even go over that aspect, that acronym. But at the same time, you heard this time and time again, right? It's kind of like they say, you doing something the same way, the same approach, thinking you're going to get a different result. What they say, and it comes from, I don't even think it comes from Einstein. It comes from somebody else. Somebody else quoted that years ago, prior to Einstein, right? It caused insanity. Because if that was the case, he did it. He kept doing it, 10,000 times till he got that light bulb, even though he had help. If that makes sense. I'm tired of people, they keep claiming that these bootstrap stories, and nobody was a bootstrap story. Nobody. It doesn't even exist. Everybody had some type of help. Even when you look at the Steve Jobs story, you know what I'm saying? When you really get down to the Apple story, it was 3 people. It wasn't just the 2. Wozniak, and I forgot the other brother's name, but we don't hear him in the history, right? He has been taken out of that history. Wow. Y'all not feeling me. Y'all think I'm a loony. I appreciate that. Some people call me crazy. They call me Crazy Joe. Right? Let's get it on. So set achievable goals. Setting achievable goals and breaking them down into smaller tasks that can help combat your laziness, right? By having a clear plan and can be an easier to motivate you and taking action, right? So the whole point is taking action, even if it's a small micro action to achieving that goal or those goals. Hence, 3 goals at a time. That's what I have, 3 goals at a time. And then I get into them 3 goals, then I break the first one down. Get it down to the micro, get it down to the user-friendly aspect of it, approach. So we're down to 25 minutes right now. I want to give a shout out to all of y'all. A shout out to all of those of you who actually been participating, been downloading, been listening to the podcast show, been listening to my YouTube channels, been watching my videos, been supporting of the You Are the Gym Club Academy. Thank you all. Shout out to my brother Dr. Boz Moreno. Shout out to my brother Dr. Nas Ishmael. Shout out to all my supporters out there, my brothers and sisters, for what you have been doing, what you have been creating, what you have been given. You know what I'm saying? I just want to resonate that energy to the top, to the positive energy. Here you are, here the healing here's the healing vibes right there for you. So let's jump back into it. Episode 141, what defines a lazy person? Create a routine. Create a daily routine that can help you stay on track and establish healthier habits, right? Healthier habits, not these anti-productive habits. Incorporate physical activity, right? Incorporate that. Make exercise, make stretching, make mobility, make flexibility. Make these a part of your life where you're not worrying about, okay, am I ready? No, stay ready. You be ready, you stay ready. Ain't about I need to get ready mentality. That's the problem with lazy people. I need to get ready. I'm not ready. I'm putting it off. I'm procrastinating, right? Then limit distractions. This is what we all have to do. We got to limit distractions. It's interesting too, because my point here now, you got to start saying no. Fuck yes. Start saying no to everybody keep asking you this, asking you that, distracting you. Limit distractions. Say no. Just say no to drugs. Just say no to people. And that might even be your family members. Maybe your significant other. If it's not productive. If it's not giving you the results that you are looking forward to. If it's not growing you. Say no. So limit them distractions. Limit that social media, that scrolling up and down, video games, contributing to laziness. Focus your energy. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. And we don't even know that until you do it. You have to take control. You have to take ownership of you. Because I know these jobs, they love it too. They want you a zombie. Oh my goodness. They want you a zombie. They want you to fit into their culture so they can do whatever they want to do. Okay, I'm going to break it down. Brothers and sisters. Now, I don't know any of y'all who actually seen the Game of Thrones, right? But one of the brothers, to be exact, the Game of Thrones, the story I want to talk about a little bit or just deliver you. Just go watch Game of Thrones. I think season 4 episode. I don't know what the episode is, but Greyjoy, Thorin Greyjoy, right? They fucked him up so much where this brother was so processed or conditioned to think he was some other person. That's how good the conditioning was. That's how bad the conditioning was. That's how bad the manipulation was. The bamboozle, the propaganda, right? We have been propagandized to think laziness is the answer. This is what's going on in our society right now. They call it work ethic. If you're not taught work ethic, you're not going to have work ethic, my brothers and sisters. Uh-oh. You're not going to have. Limiting these distractions can help you stay focused and productive. Be productive. Be a productive human being. Stop being them in the general. Be that man, that woman right there has the power of greatness. Right? I have the power. Take the power. You have the control. Nobody else has the control. What they say in business, you want to control everything. You don't want to own. You don't want to own it. LLCs, S corporations, trusts. This is not a coincidence that you hear this with these business people. Like when Bill Gates is getting sued, he's not getting sued. His company is getting sued, but he's not personally getting sued. Pay attention. It's written on the walls, my brothers and sisters. It's written in the books. It's written in your mind. So practice self-care. Take care of yourself. Get your game up. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Do you. Get your game up. Get your heart rate up. Get your immune system on strong. Get your mobility down. Get your functionality. Get your flexibility. Get the muscles up. Get that strength. Get that endurance. Get that financial IQ on a whole nother level. Where you're on the financial IQ, you talking like Einstein, my brothers and sisters. That's where you want to be. That's where it's needed, right? Eat healthy. Get enough sleep. Practice mindfulness in every aspect of you. Every aspect. So you're asking me, oh, how can I do this? What can I do? Now, all the how can I do it, the steps that you need to take, you can go to my blog, youarethegymlive.com/blog and get those to-dos. Build those habits. Those of you, you know how to connect with me. How many times I gotta say this? You want a t-shirt? Connect with me. youarethegymlive.com. I want a t-shirt. Yeah, it's gonna cost you. Become a part of the movement. The movement is not just the movement. The movement is enacting. The movement is action. The movement is building financial literacy. It's building understanding of the physical body to take it to the next level. Creating your heart rate to be the best heart rate. Creating your veins or arteries to be clear. Your mind to get away from the unfocused. Be focused. Stay focused. Take it in your hands. The control is in your hands. You have to take it back, brothers and sisters. Stop relying on your government. Stop even relying on your job. Build a savings. Build assets for yourself. Right? Hold yourself accountable, brothers and sisters. Hold yourself accountable. Because nobody else is going to hold you accountable. They might hold you accountable for the bullshit you doing. Or the bullshit you let go. Or allow to go. You know, hold yourself accountable for tracking your progress. Celebrating your achievements. You know this. You know what you have achieved. You know what you can do. That's the whole point of personal development. Soft skills, right? This can help and stay motivated and feel a sense of accomplishment. Always feel a sense of accomplishment. Don't look for it from others. Because I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, that's going to fuck you up. That's going to make you more tend to not even want to participate with other people. Period. Like I say, take control of you. What defines a lazy person? What they say, the quality of being unwilling to work or use energy. Wow. That's what Google said. The quality of being unwilling to work or use energy. Now you know something's up with that. People, take advantage of your opportunities. Take advantage of you. Now remember, overcoming laziness takes time and it takes effort, right? It is important to be patient with yourself and not expect overnight changes. That's why I'm saying little micro steps to get to where you want to get to. And you have to have a plan. You have to have a goal. But at the same time, you can utilize your resources that are available out there. Hence, reading. Hence, book resources. Hence, apps. Hence, and so other people who can be a positive resource for you. Incorporating these steps into your daily routine, you can combat laziness and achieve your goals. Now, in my conclusion, I want y'all to know this. Lazy people are that 80% that they use as the principle. 80%, 20% of those people are actually doing the work, per se, in the environment or making it happen. You feel me? That 80-20%. It may be a lot less than 20% because we can break down that 20%, okay, 10% or 5%. Whatever statistic you want to utilize, we know it's a smaller micro step, right? So in my conclusion, while laziness may seem like a obstacle, it is possible to overcome it by recognizing the habits that define laziness. We can take the steps to change them. One way to do this is to set achievable goals and deadlines for yourself, as well as surrounding yourself with people who inspire you to be your best self. You feel me? Take small steps. You hear me? Take small steps toward more productive and fulfilling life. This is the point. This is the point. A lot of people ask me, why you be reading? Why you be doing this? Why you be doing that? Here's the purpose. The purpose is to become a better myself. Ooh, that might not even make sense. But you hear me. To be a better me. To become a better me. Become a better man. To become a better brother. Become a better husband. Become a better boyfriend. Become a better genius. You feel me? Become a better billionaire. A clarity. Have more clarity. Have more focus. You know what I'm saying? We may tend to look at Bill Gates and these crazy Warren Buffetts and these Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. We look at them like, wow, they're accomplishing these crazy feats. But when you think about it, these dudes are so focused into what they want to do, and they really kick out all the distraction. That's really where it comes about. You're not hearing Elon Musk talking about he's on Twitter every 5 minutes. He owns Twitter, right? Right? Tesla and all these other elements. He's not scrolling through the social media trying to check out what's the new fad on TikTok or Snapchat or all these other bullshit apps. No, he's taking care of business. He's doing himself. He's understanding himself, right? One way to do this is set achievable goals and deadlines for yourself. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to create, to develop your best self. By taking the small steps, brothers and sisters, overcoming laziness and achieve your full potential. In your full potential, I don't think you'll reach your full potential. Because it's always a continuum, right? It's always a continuum. Until next time, brothers and sisters, this is You Are the Gym with your host with the most, Heru, the modern monk, the cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again, here with you, here for you. Much love. Be productive. Stay strong. And keep the drive.